Hey everybody, this is Froda on day 3 of the WarGaming Grand Finals in Warsaw, Poland. I'm joined by Mohamed, the Director of eSports for North America and Europe. Mo, thank you so much for taking a few minutes to talk to us.
Thank you for joining us, and it's my honor to welcome everyone here. Thank you.
So, talking about the Grand Finals in general, can you talk to me about the road leading up to it? 2013 was a pretty long year, but you guys had a really late finals here in April. Can you talk about the year in retrospect?
It was one of the most craziest years I ever had in my career since 10 years in the industry, and this is something outstanding. We never had the initial idea to make World of Tanks an esports game. The community, they pushed it on us. So then we started 2013. We have to bring wargaming into the esports world. So we started to creating leagues, and the world. I would say that the world was ready, but we were not. So we had to really rush to do this, and we had an increase in the first year of 1,100% of participants. Example, in Europe, we had 40 teams. A team has like 10 people.
Right.
So 40 teams in the first year, and then a year after, 4,100 teams. So
wow.
Over 200,000 just esports players playing their own created esports. They created it because we had no tools, we had nothing.
Right.
So then we said, okay, we have to live up to the expectations.
And this is across like the skirmishes, the clan tournaments, the campaigns, and everything in the game.
Yes.
Wow.
So we have like clan wars, and they even separated because we never looked clan wars to be esports. But now the community is pushing everything into a totally new level, a new world. So we're trying now to catch up, and after the first year with this massive event, we tried to show the community, hey guys, here's something in return for you. Please let us know if it's good enough for you.
And how satisfied are you guys from the results of the event? It seems like you're very pleased with how the year went for you guys, but for the grand final so far, how pleased are you guys?
We're stunned. I'm pretty honest here, we're completely stunned, as we did not expect this amount of people to come. Friday morning we started, and my boss, Victor, asked me, Mo, it's Friday morning. Do you think anyone would come? Because we have to work and it's school. And I said, honestly, Victor, I'm sorry, but I don't think so. And we went out of this door, and suddenly it was full, 80% already. And I said, sorry guys, don't you have to work? Don't you have school? And people told me, no, we took off. We want to see the first grand final starting. So we were very pleased, and we are still.
And the Polish crowd is very passionate.
Oh, yes.
And they love the World of Tanks. It's really cool to see everything kind of come together.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. And you see now people are queuing up outside or cheering to the Stars team. Suddenly, they really, it's a unique experience for me. I've been last year at our colleagues, friends of League of Legends, to their big final. They invited us over in the Stellar Center, and it was like, wow. And
that's a pretty big precedence to set before this event.
Yes, and they said, wow, amazing. And then now they tell me, guys, we're watching right now, amazing. So we're looking at each other and say, we help esports to grow step by step. And one day, for sure, all companies who participated will say, we created something unique.
That's actually really cool that you acknowledge it. A lot of developers and esports teams kind of try to focus on themselves and not really look at other games and what they're doing. But it seems like you've been doing your own thing and going at your own pace, correct?
Yes.
And not trying to rush things, which brings me to my next question. 2014 is a big year for World of Tanks. I think now it's starting to set, like this is real for some of the teams. They're going to start going more full-time into tanks. They're starting to dedicate more of their life to it. Where are you guys planning on improving from this year into next year?
Worlds. We try to improve worlds. The investment is 25% increased already to 10 million this year in investment in esports for wargaming. We're focusing on the quality, on the wargaming league, and as well massively focus on the grassroots system of esports. Not for our game, and this is why maybe what you just mentioned, we don't focus on our product only. We're focusing on the esports scene. Any player we bring into this world, even if he plays another product, is a benefit for us as gamers.
Okay. And then for the entire structure of the league, some people were kind of confused for a long time. Like in Europe, the Russians would be showing up in Europe and be playing. And I guess the saying is they're taking the money away from the other Europeans. And some people feel like that takes away from the local heroes a little bit. Is there any plans on addressing this? Or do you feel like the free range is allowing the people to develop talent? Can you give me some comments on this? I'm
a massive fan of a free world. So I don't want to limit or label anyone. It's the guys... If we have played like this in the past, like let's say Counter-Strike or StarCraft, we say, hey, sorry, Korea, you can never play against us because
that's right.
It wouldn't be fair. No one would raise the skill level to their level. And I can promise you, not even 2 years ago, people would have laughed. No team would ever beat the Russian team, never. And this grand final, we have teams taking game throughout the station, fighting and destroying Russian teams. So I think this is crucial that you leave the market open so the players have the skill set and they have someone to beat on, to look on. A lot of players in the beginning said, please don't let the Russians join. They're so strong. So guys, if you do this, you will never compete on a global level.
Right, they'll just win every international tournament. They have no practice against
Yes.
them.
So this is very crucial.
And you don't have the moments like the Lemming Train when they upsetted Synergy and everyone went nuts because they're like, wow, Lemming Train, they're awesome to be able to accomplish this.
Yes, it was stunning. And the best example when the Korean team, they took a game from the Russian super team.
Yeah.
And we were sitting here, we were shocked and we were surprised and happy. And this is something, a very good indicator. Guys, anything is possible. The teams are getting to a level where they're all equal.
Speaking of the other regions as well, is there plans to expand even more leagues? You guys already have a circuit that hits a lot of different regions of the world, but there's also parts that are not really well represented in esports, like South America or other these parts. Do you have plans on expanding there?
There are plans a lot, but we are very big fans of the community drives it. Community creates a critical mass. It doesn't help us to force and push something on people. Say, now you do this. Look, we invest a lot of money and just feed the horse. No, let them naturally grow. Let them be a healthy environment, a healthy community, which do what they love. And then we should be ready. And this is what we do right now.
That's really good. Make it organic and let them want it rather than forcing them to want it.
Yes.
All right. Great. Another thing that people have kind of been having questions about and saying is the 742 format. And it seems like you guys haven't been able to settle down on what you guys want to do yet, even changing a few things before the finals.
Yes.
And that people are asking for maybe unified rule sets. What is your opinion on this as coming into 2014 for another big year for World
So we have to learn a lot of things, and we learned already a lot of things from the last year. But we have to be honest with ourselves. We're far from being perfect. WarGaming itself, esports. Our game is not the fastest one. Some teams use it as very defensive strategy. So there's the development comes in and have to look into how can we improve the game for esports, and the esports teams with the pro teams have to look, hey guys, we changed the rule sets, we changed this to make it more attractive for you, change the meta game, because there's nothing worse than having like a steady same strategy.
Right.
We want
month after month.
Yes, esports should be a living organism, and this is the goal for us, to make it a universal, a world for itself. And maybe the format will change, most likely in future. Right now, I don't want to narrow everything down, guys. Be open and let the guys who do esports create it themselves.
So it seems like you guys have taken a very positive approach to the year, but we haven't been able to hear any specifics. Is there anything you can tell me that maybe that you're allowed to say? I don't want to get you in trouble, but in terms of the hard details, like maybe how many seasons, maybe how much with the structures, where the next finals are going to be next year. Do you have anything you can tell me at all?
I can spoil a bit. We will go with 3 seasons, but they in the West, like meaning Europe and NA, will, and maybe even Russia, we will see, adapting to 2 long seasons and 1 short season, probably like an all-star version.
Cool, like a break.
There's nothing in stone yet, but there are some very cool things going on right now in the background. As well, maybe you heard it, last week we started to have like integrated Twitch features in the game, so people can start streaming right away. So there are a lot of things we have to improve, and a lot of things now already in the pipeline to get out to help our guys, not only the pro stars, the casual Joe guy at home, to get to the next level, to be either a showcaster or esports star.
What about the additional, because you talk about esports stars, what about the additional content that a lot of people are starting to see? You know, you see like the documentaries, the profiles that are coming out within the industry. People love them. They love seeing the stars. Do you guys have more plans to develop that side of the player personalities and having more fun as well with them?
Yes, that was a very crucial point for the grand final, especially when we said we start esports, we will be reborn with the grand final. We got a global new design, very neat, clean, focusing product, players. What is the aim for us? And we realized, guys, it's about esports. All focus on the players. So now we invested a lot of money and focus and the nice cards and details about players. And the players start to love it and they appreciate it. And yes, this is the right approach. We're focusing more on this, get guides out, make stars with them, introducing them to people who don't know them.
Absolutely. And I guess that pretty much answers most of my questions. Last thing I want to ask you is more of a personal one. What's been your favorite moment so far this weekend, and what you cherish the most from the grand final so far?
Let me say it like this. The best moment for me was after this whole event in the evening. We went to the hotel and I saw the teams mixed, sitting together, talking about the game, laughing, making jokes with each other. And this is the moment for me personally not now business-wise. It's just like, this is what it's all about in gaming. Come together, guys. No boundaries, no language barriers. Human nature.
Yeah, absolutely. And bring people who don't normally connect on, they would never meet each other otherwise.
Indeed.
And now they become friends.
Yes.
That's exactly what it's about. Thank you so much, Mohamed, for taking a few
Thank
minutes.
you.
Do you have any last comments, thank yous, and shout outs before we let you go?
Guys, we do really hope and wish you enjoyed it. And maybe next year we're going to see you on this stage out there. Going to be one of the big stars. I would love to see that. See you around. It was my honor.